Welcome back to the vendor table. I'm going to leave that in. I'm going to tell Matt to leave that in.
Don't take it out. Okay, I'm good.
We're leaving that in. Welcome back to the vendor table, Lauren.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
You sure?
Yes. Yes, I'm fine.
You're composed.
Yeah.
Get it together, lady.
I can't help it. I'm just happy to be here.
Just happy to be here. I'm glad, because we're in the midst of wedding season. Mm-hmm. So we're recording this. It's June right now, end of June, and it's hot as hell.
Hot.
Our engagement session season is underway.
Sure is.
Hell yeah, and that's what we're talking about today.
It's my favorite.
It is my favorite too. I love engagement sessions.
If I could do them all day, all night for the rest of my life, I would die happy.
100%. Like, can you people just do that instead of weddings?
Don't even get married.
Don't even get married. Just do sessions
over
all
and
the time.
Over again.
I'll do 300 of those a year.
I love them so much.
They're so much fun. They allow you to be creative as a photographer. You get like such cool ass shit. You shoot them at the best time of day too. It's always the golden hour or sunrise golden hour. So
blue hour.
Blue hour. What's our tagline?
Golden hour lovers and blue hour.
Wait. Golden hour hustler. Wait. Golden hour.
Which one is hustlers?
Fuck. Now I'm
have to go back.
We're gonna go back and play.
How
the tape
are we
again.
supposed to make the T-shirts if we don't even get the tagline?
We're golden hour lovers and blue hour hustlers. Maybe. It might be the other way. Okay. Possibly. Well, in any case, they're taken during the best time of day.
Yeah.
Engagement sessions. It's sad that we don't remember our own taglines. We're going to have to review the tape. I think that's coming up in a recorded episode.
I got nothing.
But yeah, so we're talking today about engagement sessions from the perspective of vendors, from clients, why you should do them, tips and tricks.
Hold on.
What?
Do you remember the guy that came up to you at the wedding last weekend who made a joke about you talking with your hands?
Oh my God, yes.
And it didn't land at all.
Oh, it didn't land at all. I was like, what is this fucking guy talking about?
He's like, you gotta turn up the volume on your hearing aid. And I was like, my what? I don't have a hearing aid. It was just, and it didn't make sense.
It didn't make sense. I was like, I'm Italian. I talk with my hands. I try to keep it a little
I didn't even notice you
here.
Talking with your hands.
No, I guess I apparently was waving my hands around.
You were doing it right now. That's why I thought of it.
Oh shit!
Sorry.
I'm being very animated. I do that a lot. I do finger point. So.
Okay.
But yeah, so all right, getting back to it.
Sorry.
We're talking about engagement sessions. So from the vendor perspective, or the photographer perspective, really, the vendor perspective, the client perspective, why you should do them, tips and tricks to make sure they're awesome, maybe some unique ideas, things like that. So engagement sessions are our favorite thing. We've talked about this endlessly. Like, we love to do them. I always include them in every collection that I offer. Every package that I offer has an engagement shoot. I think it's the most important thing to do with a couple, especially as a photographer, because you get to know them before the big day. You get them comfortable in front of your camera, and that way, and they also get some awesome ass photos in the process.
Yeah, that they can use to like display during their reception. Yeah. They can use for their save the dates. I think it's like a really important thing to learn their like body language with each other.
How comfortable they are, their chemistry,
how much direction they're gonna need, if they need any at all.
Yeah, some couples like might need a little bit more than others. Like, some might be a little more stiff. It might take a little bit to get out of their shell. Some might be like, shit, America's Next Top Model, like they could flow and all that stuff. But I think it's really important to do an engagement shoot with your couples, especially if you're a photographer, because you get to know them before the big day. You could see how they are, and they honestly, they get comfortable in front of your lens before the big day.
Yes, I think that's probably the most important thing. They're relaxed like automatically the second you get there, and they're excited.
Yeah.
Like, you'll know how to joke with them, like what kind of stuff they like, just everything in general from outside of the initial consultation, because you can only learn so much during a consultation, even if you do a FaceTime call where you're seeing them face to face. But when you get to be with them for an hour or two and just like dick around for a little while,
it's awesome.
It's the best.
It's a lot of fun, and like, they love it, especially if you gotta have fun doing them too. Like, like I always tell photographers you should do them because of the fact that like you get to know the couple and they get to know your personality and you can kind of be yourself in front of them. Because on a wedding day, I think some photographers kind of go into their shell and they're like, oh, people are around watching me and stuff like that. I wouldn't do that. I'm very much even more than I am on an engagement shoot on a wedding day. I'm very animated. I like want the couples to have fun because you're also trying to control a group. So on an engagement shoot, like you set the tone for the wedding day. You're almost like, hey, like, you know, like this is how I'm going to be on your wedding day, but like times 10.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have a lot of fun. Your bridal party is going to enjoy it. Like, and we're just going to free flow. Like that's how I work. I work on a very free flowing system. Some photographers might be a little bit more posy, things like that, a little bit more romantic, but I love to free flow. It's almost like a lot of motion goes into everything that I do. So I move them around so they're never uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And that's how engagement sessions go, and that's how wedding days go.
Like prompting, like giving them like little instructions, not even instructions, but just like following them as they go and naturally interact with each other. Maybe just giving them like a little nudge. Yeah. And that nudge and then a movement.
You want to hear my
movement.
You want to hear a corny tagline I tell all my couples?
What?
You're gonna love this. So I say this every meeting, but I'm like, I don't pose you, I position you, because there's a difference. Posing implies a stiff rigidity, whereas positioning feeds off you guys as a couple and like your reactions and your body language, and it makes for a more unique photo. I know you could hate me. Go ahead.
It's all right.
All right. Wow.
It's all right.
Shit, I was expecting.
I'm not gonna hate on that. No, because it's not inaccurate, and it's actually a very like logical.
Yeah.
Thing. Like it makes sense.
Yeah. So I tell my couples that.
I thought it was going to be a lot cornier than that.
I feel like it's corny.
I don't think so.
No? Okay. Well, all right. Fucking Lauren O'Brien approved.
I approve of that message.
Jesus. Yeah. Wow. That's like a first.
You got a compliment in the last episode and I approve of this. What's happening?
What's happening?
I don't know. I was really mean to you this weekend too.
She was very mean to me. Very mean.
Our groom was really tall, and I asked Mike if he needed a step ladder.
Listen, I'm 5'5". I've dealt with this my whole life. It's fine. Short jokes. You could throw them at me. You know what's funny about it? I've never had a problem sitting on an airplane. I could sit in those seats. It's great. Okay. You just need a step ladder to get.
Plenty of room.
I got plenty of room, people. It doesn't matter. Fucking. I'm cool with it. It's totally cool.
That's fine. With my platforms on, we're the same height.
You're very short, by the way.
I am deceptively small.
I was very surprised at how short you are. So you know what?
It's because I have a long torso. You
know what's funny though? So I was thinking about this at the last wedding because not because you mentioned a short joke, but like during the reception, I'm like, it'd be really cool to be really tall so I don't have to fucking do this the whole time on a reception to reach over people.
Always standing on chairs.
Always fucking standing on a stepladder or chairs, or just like holding my camera like as high as it could go.
That's like how I get my workouts these days because I always going like this.
Yeah. I always wondered, like, it must be really cool if you're like a 6'6" wedding photographer. That's got to be a cool ass.
Yeah, but then you have to squat to get like normal angles.
It's probably even tougher because you got to get like, you probably have to shoot like this for most of the time.
I would love to be like a solid 5'6", 5'7".
Yeah, I'm 5'5". On a good day, I'm 5'6". So I will.
You got to start wearing risers in your shoes.
I would never. Never.
All right, I'm done. Okay, back to engagement shoots.
So yeah, but no, I think engagement sessions they're awesome to do. So like I think because we have a lot of couples that listen to this podcast, which is crazy to me that we have so many listeners that aren't photographers and stuff like that.
It feels really nice.
It feels really nice, but I think a lot of couples tune in because they want to know like our perspective and like, you know, how to prepare for an engagement shoot as a couple. I think is like a lot of people ask me that. I send out as a photographer, I send a guide, like it's a what to wear guide, and I think a lot of photographers should probably send that out. And it's not outfits per se; it's usually color. Color is like probably like the palette is really. If you're say doing a session on the beach or a park or somewhere or urban, you know, there are colors that kind of go well with those scenes. And I think that's the number one question I get is like, what should I wear on a session? So personally, I provide a guide that's seasonal based. I'm actually in the process of revising it for location based. So it's going to be beach,
That's
like,
nice. That's a good idea.
Yeah, and it'll be like kind of a little bit more specific because it'll be like fall park, fall beach, summer beach, summer park, things like that, because the lighting changes. And
oh my God, summer at the beach. I'm sorry, just wear a bathing suit.
Yeah.
For me, get in the water.
Get in the water. Like that's what I want. Just come on, people. Just get knee deep in it. Let's go.
Yes. Wasting.
But no, like wearing specific things. So like I think a lot of people kind of reference that is like, how can I feel more comfortable and things like that, and it starts with your outfit. Like, you know, you go off a photographer's guide, or you could use Pinterest or Instagram like for some inspiration. Like your photographer will probably recommend certain things, like certain I've had brides that be like, where should I get a dress from? And I'm like, all I know is, as a dude, I'm like, Lulu's. That's all. I'm like Lulu's.
I can help you. I'll send you a list.
Okay, send me a list. Because I don't know. Like as a dude, I shop at one place. It's J. Crew. That's it.
I got you covered.
So I'm like, I don't know. I asked my wife. I'm like, where do people get really nice dresses from? She's like, Lulu's and like these other places.
Lulu's is a big one.
Yeah. So, but I go off of color, and I provide past sessions, like, and I give examples of those sessions. So like a lot of people are like, where should we do our session at? So I have a list of like my favorite spots, but then I also have a list of like kind of inspirational spots. Like, you know, maybe you want to do like mountainside. Well, we don't have mountains here, so like closest thing to that is Montauk. So, you know, if you want like kind of a more cliffside session, I would suggest Montauk. If you want something that's a little bit more, you know, picnic park, things like that, I'd suggest you know, like one of the many park locations. So that's like how I do it. I think it's and I think for clients, like, you should lean on your photographer, and if you're leaning on your photographer and they don't really have reference to that, then yeah, Instagram's a great tool. Pinterest is a great tool. Even TikTok now, I see like all these like cool TikTok and reels that have like, you know, what to do on your engagement shoot, and like poses and prompts and stuff like that. And I think that's actually really cool. And I'm not knocking those one bit. I love seeing like the TikTok and reels, like poses for your next session, or like, you know, like idea.
I gotta say, like, one of the more useful tools that I've had or that I've downloaded is the Unscripted app. So it's an app, it's a pose-based app that gives you ideas with examples and prompts. So like if you're stuck on how to actually position somebody, you can guide them through it. Instead of just being like, okay, now put your arm here and do this, or do this, like tilt your head this way. It gives you a prompt to direct without posing.
That's cool.
So I think that that's a good resource for people who are just getting into it or need a little bit of help in that regard.
Yep.
Or if even like sometimes now I like cycle through my poses so quickly because they're moving. Like we're flowing, we're going through it, and then I get stuck. I'll just be like, give me 2 seconds. I'll look at my phone and
you reference it,
and then I have like a couple of ones that are saved that maybe I haven't tried before, and I'm like, all right, let's do this one, and it gets the gears working again.
Did you ever hit a roadblock in the middle of a session where you're like, fuck? It's like, what do I do next?
Like your brain just stops working, and you're like, I've done this 100 billion times, and I don't know what to do right now.
You know what the worst is? The worst is after an engagement shoot.
And you think of so many poses you could have done.
You get in the car and you're like, oh, shit.
Yes.
Happens all the time.
All the time. And then, or even just like, maybe I should have slightly moved this way and gotten the sun a little bit more over there. And like even something that small will just be like, God damn it.
All
like,
the time.
You'll sit in the car and just like scroll through your pictures and you're like, why didn't I do that?
Smash your head against the steering wheel. Like, God. I'm a failure.
And then like you start uploading them, and then you're like, I don't know why I thought this was bad. Like
all the time.
Like it's great. All the time. What's wrong with me?
That's the number one thing I think with sessions is as a photographer is like you always feel like you could do something else or more or better. I'm always like trying to one up myself, like, and there's always ways you could do it. Like you know, like Lauren uses Unscripted. Like I think I have it downloaded. Like,
I don't use it so much anymore, but like when I first like branched out and started doing my own thing, I used it just to like get vibes. Really for the most part. Like if I was stumped on like what to do for a certain session for a certain couple, I would look at it for some inspiration and then go from there. But now I just kind of like I don't really look at it anymore. But It's useful.
That's
especially for beginners. Like, absolutely use it.
Yeah, it's a good resource. Like, I never paid for it. I downloaded it and I saw like the I think they give you like 7 prompts like off the bat, and I was like, oh, this is kind of useful. And I think I used one of them. It was like really cool. So it's useful. I always say too with engagement sessions is like, say you're a photographer, like you're a wedding photographer and you're pinched for time on a wedding day. I call them defaults, like where you like say your go-tos and your go-tos you develop during your engagement shoots. So I have 7 go-tos. And I could do them, no joke, in 5 minutes. Yeah. I could literally direct people in 5 minutes.
Like the reel that you posted where it was like 7 minutes sunset or 8 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, you have 10 minutes for photo. 10 minutes. Those were defaults. Yeah. Like, and they work every time. I know I could do them, especially with a couple that's like a little bit more fun and free flowing, and that couple was. So yeah, I posted a reel about that, and I do those on sessions too. Like, especially if like all of a sudden like clouds start rolling in out of nowhere and you're like, oh man, I got like 5 minutes of golden hour left, like let's rock it, you know. So you have to be on your toes about it, and I think engagement sessions help you on your wedding day, especially as a shooter,
for sure, because
it'll give you those defaults that you could always reference and go back to. So yeah, now I want to talk to you about this. It's fun. What's your dream engagement session?
There's so many. Like engagement session?
Right off the top of your head, right now.
Like place, location?
Location, style, something. Like, just like, I don't care what it is, but what's your, if you could dream an engagement shoot that's Lauren inspired, okay, what would it be?
Iceland.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I would just have Iceland or Ireland.
I fucking hate you because those are my 2.
I just so badly, like, everything about it, like all that green in Ireland, and like
I want the cliffs. I want it.
Cliffs
I
so
want
bad.
it. I want to lay a couple down in the middle of high grass. I want to pop a drone up to like fucking swooping shot. Yeah, so cool.
But my husband, when we first started dating, my husband took a trip to Iceland, and he was sending me all these pictures while he was there, and he went in like, I want to say it was the winter. Like, he went to Iceland in the winter. Okay. And he's sending me all these pictures of like the lagoons and the like.
See the aurora in the
There's
winter.
No trees.
Yeah. No.
There's no trees. There's waterfalls.
Black sand.
All of this incredible
white dress on a black sand beach.
Just
fucking rad.
I just always have this. There's this one photo that I saw from, I think it was Gabe McClintock. It was just an incredible photographer.
He's an amazing photographer.
And he has a bride like standing on these rocks, this rock formation.
Yeah, it's like they look like pillars.
Yes.
Yep. So
in her white dress with the gown like cascading, it just blows me away every time I see it. And I want to go there for like a week and just shoot nonstop. Yeah. And that's all I want.
Yeah, that's like, fuck, that would be awesome.
So cool.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Sure. Why not?
Let's go.
I have a few like that are like bucket list.
We'll do like a retreat.
I have a lot of couples that are like kind of stepping up their game a little bit with sessions, which is cool. Like they want to do like different, which I really like. And like, I'm not the photographer that, like, I see these photographers all the time. It's like, my inspiration, it's like air mattress on a lake and this and that. And I'm like, bro, come on.
That's so much effort.
I'm like, stop. Like that should just, I don't know. Like I that's not for me. Now I have a few like inspirational things that I really want to do. I love airplanes, so I'd love to do like if
aviation.
Yeah, like if a couple has like a plane, like I'd love to do like on a runway.
You
like
heard it here. Plane people,
like absolute plane people. Like I've done a shoot on an abandoned runway, which was really cool. That was amazing. But I'd love to do like, I like props, so I like vintage cars. I like, planes would be ideal. Location, definitely Ireland for me. I'm not even Irish, but I just, that, like the cliffs, the grass, like it's so my vibe that it just, I got one, there was one time that I actually got an inquiry for Ireland, and I internally fucking screamed because I was like, please book me. Please book me. But it didn't work. God damn it.
I do have one more that I want to do, and it's like retro seedy motel type vibes.
I've done a shoot like that.
I want to
It's
do
cool.
it so bad, but with lots of color. So like
Oh,
gels,
that's cool. Yeah.
very moody, almost like boudoir inspired with a couple. I would love to do that.
Yeah. I like seedy motel type
and
shoots,
that one I would take my time with too. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't cut it off. I'd just be like, all right, if it takes 3 hours, it takes 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's when you're not rushing through.
No.
Yeah, by any means. Yeah, I would love to do something a little bit different, you know, like I like for me it's like I would love to do Iceland. Yeah, 100%. I like location wise, like I've always wanted to do a waterfall with a couple, something like that. I talked to you about this, like an underwater session with a couple. Like
I'm down.
Yeah, 100%.
We're doing it.
Yeah, like just
buy it.
Long,
just buy it.
Long dress, like in a pool or in the ocean.
I've already
or something
committed.
Like but I'd say locations. It's definitely Iceland, Ireland, and Hawaii. Hawaii, I went on my honeymoon with my wife, and it was just like the Big Island. Hawaii is like really adventurous, and it's got like all these cool spots.
That's
and
where
I was just
Pat
like,
and I were supposed to get married.
oh, well.
I know. I still
Not too
have
late.
a contract.
Yeah, it's not too late to vow renewal, you know, one day. So
We'll do it eventually.
yeah, you know, but there's just so much there that like you could do volcanoes, like
volcano shoot.
The volcano shoot. Let's do a fucking volcano shoot. I think it's really cool, like when couples have unique ideas. I do. I love, like I have a couple coming up in a few weeks that they want to incorporate a lot of like little things, like, and like I always tell my couples this, but like think of it as a date that you're going on, that you know you just have a third wheel, like, or a professional third wheel.
I like the one
along.
where your couple brought the pizza to Montauk.
Yeah, like I that's now become a thing where I've had like 4 couples, like one kind of always copies the other kind of thing. Pizza date on the beach was really cute. Like I did one at an amusement park, which was a lot of fun.
I loved that one.
That was cool. Like that's a really cool idea for a session for anyone.
That
like,
one shot on the swingy thingy.
I like, oh, where they were going around.
Love it.
The first time I tried to do that, I was sitting in front of them, and if you ever sit on one of those freaking swing things, it's impossible to turn around. It's impossible to turn around when that thing's going like 40. So I'm like this. I'm like, like reaching over my shoulder. It was like I don't even know how I got any shots, but when I was on the ground, it was really cool because they were going around.
Yeah, I love
it was
that.
Motion blur.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, that was fun. So
all the lights.
I like when couples do something unique, like and I always tell couples that if you don't have a unique idea, that's okay. Like that's not a big deal.
You'll make it unique.
You like every couple's unique to me. So like even if I shoot at the same location, I've shot the Fire Island Lighthouse like 100 times, but every session's unique to me. Like I'm not I'll give you like the money spots and things.
I think like that's the other thing too, is that we're always trying to do things a little bit differently each time because we shoot the same locations. It's a small island.
Yeah.
It's not big. So for those who are following us who are from outside of our region, we are Long Island based. So we are a little bit limited with, you know, what spots we can use unless we travel
like
a pretty far distance.
Yeah.
So we're, you know, all of us are kind of all using the same locations and trying to find new ones that not many people might know about and also not get Lyme's disease. So
yeah. Tick City over here. Oh
my God. That abandoned runway that you were referencing before.
Tick Heaven.
It's don't go there right now.
It's Tick Heaven. Literally.
Stay away.
Yeah, it's oh God, yeah. Like I pull like 4 off a session. Like I'm fully prepared.
It's so bad.
Got really good organic tick spray that I'll drop if anyone needs. But yeah.
And I also have like a thingy attached to my keys now to pull them out.
Oh, like
a tick key.
Yeah, that's God. They're bad here, but I always tell my couples like prepare for it, you know, kind of thing, and check yourselves, kind of thing. Do a tick check.
And also don't freak out.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, they could be on you for 48 hours, and like, they can. Yeah. I had 5 on me last year.
No.
That's so
At
bad.
once?
No, like throughout the year,
okay.
like usually one after a session.
I pulled like 7 off my son last year.
Yeah, they're not fun.
Not great.
But I would say, like, especially if you're in a high grass area where it's deer populated, like, you know, just these are the little things with like engagement shoots that, like, we always warn our couples and stuff like that.
We are going to take you on an adventure, so
yeah,
prepare yourselves and also wear comfortable shoes.
Yes, wear comfortable shoes that also look good.
Cute.
Yeah, no brands. That's the other thing. Oh, I tell my couples this all the time.
Yeah.
Don't wear logos on a shoot. Like, don't wear, like, if you're wearing a shirt with a Nike logo, yeah, I could Photoshop that out or something like that. But
should we have to?
But should we have to? Wear something nice. Like, I say, like, business casual.
Can I tell you something so fucked up?
Yes.
I was editing an engagement shoot for the studio. This wasn't a shoot I did, but the guy showed up in a fucking wife beater. No. And she was wearing like a gorgeous dress, and he was wearing a wife beater and jeans and like sneakers. And it was just like, don't be that guy.
Oh, dude.
Please don't be that guy.
Yeah.
It was horrific.
The best. You want to know a funny story? I had an engagement shoot where the dude rolled up in like a pink polo. This is when I was first shooting for myself, and like didn't have like a guide that I sent people, right? But a dude rolled up in a pink polo with like jorts and Nike.
Why do people hate jorts so much?
Well, they were like macrame jorts. Like he made them. He made them.
Excuse me?
Yeah, like he cut them. Like he cut them himself. Like,
oh no.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Long Island redneck, baby. He rocked those out, and on top of it.
Oh no. Crocs?
No. What's worse than Crocs?
Was he wearing sandals and socks?
Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah. And I asked him to take the socks off. Wait. He had a sock tan. Like a legit sock tan. Like bad. Yeah. Just. Yeah.
So he looked like he was still wearing socks?
So he did, yeah. It was just, fuck, man. Photoshopping that was a lot of fun. I cropped his feet a lot. On that one. A lot of close-ups on that one.
Oh, man.
The pink shirt was like, okay, pink shirt.
I like a pink shirt.
And I literally thought he was wearing, like, the sandals just to, like, kind of, like, chill in. But I'm like, all right, did you just get out of the gym or something? But the jean shorts that he made himself were just, I'm like, this guy's... and she was wearing a very nice outfit.
It's the ladies, they fucking know how to dress, man. It's the guys. Guys, read the room.
Guys, yeah, just dress nicely.
Like, look at what she's wearing and dress appropriately to match.
Yeah. Don't be a garbage person. Perfectly.
Holy hell.
Perfectly said there. Yeah, don't be a
Wow.
garbage person.
No wife beaters, unless it's a styled themed thing, you know, like if she's
like
you know,
white trash chic.
I don't know if they're at like a car wash or something and he wants to be sexy and like
Kid Rock or something. White trash chic. There we go.
I'm thinking more like on the boudoir end of things, I guess, as a couple shoot.
Oh, okay.
I've seen it, but please just fucking don't. Either wear a shirt or don't.
Yeah.
Pick one.
God.
Don't wear the in-between, like, sports bra.
God, yeah, don't do it. Listen.
There's nothing trashier than that. It's so trashy.
Oh my God, it's so bad.
And listen, I have an impeccable sense of style. So you're hearing it from me.
She's wearing zebra pants right now. You can't see them.
Sure as fuck am.
She really is. We'll have to do a behind the scenes of that. But no, so engagement shoots, guys, so from like the photographer perspective and from the client perspective, the couple perspective, photographer perspective is like, I think you should do them, 100% do them. They are worth it. Include them in your contracts or your packages or whatever you're doing. It's an awesome way for you to get to know your couple, and for the couples it's an awesome way to feel comfortable in front of the camera, so that on your day you're just a little bit more comfortable on your wedding day, and you're just going to feel a lot better. So, and
everybody gets to have fun in the process.
Yeah, it's awesome. You get awesome ass photos, and I also tell couples, like, you could update your LinkedIn profile photos if need be. You know, maybe you need that updated. It's a good way to do it.
New Facebook profile pic.
Yeah.
There you go.
I haven't been on Facebook in like 4 years. Oh, God.
That's not true. We're friends on Facebook, so you went on there.
Yeah, but I don't look at Facebook.
Liar.
I get like friend requests and I accept them. No, whatever. I literally haven't shown my son on my Facebook. That's like 3 years ago.
Like, he's not on Facebook. Does he even exist?
I exist somewhere.
Okay.
Just like Lauren's not on TikTok. She's on TikTok, by the way. Shh. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this one up. Lauren, where can they find you?
At Lauren O'Brien Photo on Instagram and LaurenO'BrienPhoto.com.
Nice.
Where can they find you?
Yeah, you guys can find me at Michael Casara Photo on Instagram, TikTok, and you can find us at the Vendor Table Pod on Instagram, on TikTok, as well as YouTube. Guys, it's been fun. We'll catch you next time.
Okay, bye.